Hey everybody, welcome back to Whiskey Gulch Studios. I'm Kenny Hall. I was recently asked to do a video of how I do my wood handles. There are a couple of different ways that I do it. Today I'm going to show you one particular way. The other one I can just kind of explain. One way that you can do it is to just create your handle in a solid piece, glue all your pieces together, shape it, and then you can hollow out the end for the tang that you create on the blade to fit into. Today I'm going to do it with a base piece in the middle. So either way that you do it, you're going to have to create a tang on the end of your blade. And this is probably about 3/4 of an inch. That looks like it's about maybe just over a half of an inch. So you can see it doesn't have to be really very big, and it doesn't have to be very strong either, because these are not knives that I'm making for use. We're not going to take them out, or we're not going to be cutting rope, we're not going to be chopping down trees, we're not even going to be cutting bushes down, right? This is a nice display piece to go up on your shelf, conversation piece, or whatever it is. So in this case, when I do the center piece, now this is just roughed out. And the reason it's roughed out is because I want to be oversized, right? So it fits in like that. I want it to be oversized, and then I can create the shape when I'm done. You can see that it's a little bit wider, top and bottom, not very much, but that's enough for me to do any kind of sanding and shaping that I need to do, and still bring the handle down right to the edges of the blade. What I have is Claro walnut. It's actually a really pretty piece. I have a small piece of Amboina burl. You'll find that I use a lot of this Amboina and Claro walnut. There are a few others that I use too, but today we're going to do this. And a piece of buffalo horn slab. You can pick these up on eBay. They don't cost very much. And what we're going to do is I'm going to glue these together to create a block. Now you're probably wondering, well, I said that if I did a solid block, I was just have to bore out the end. What I'm going to do is I'm going to glue these together, and then I'll cut them lengthwise into knife scales, and those will go on the outside. We are not going to get that far in the video today, but I am going to show you what I need to do to get these pieces glued together. I'll try to keep my belly out of the way when I'm doing this for you. So I just use sticky notes to mix my glue on. They're super cheap, they're disposable, and they're very, very convenient. So I've got 2 layers that I want to glue just to make the block that I'm going to create my scales with. I've prepared, like I've pre-made some of these pieces because if I were to do it on video, most of the equipment that I have is really old, and so it's really, really noisy and loud, and I don't want to have to put you guys through that. Really nice mix on that. I'm going to clamp this guy into the vise. And when I put my glue on, I'm going to put that epoxy. It's 2-part epoxy, 5-minute epoxy. And I'm going to work it in so that it makes a good bond and there's not any air in between there. And I'm going to do the same thing with my buffalo horn. See, I'm working it in. See how it turns nice and dark there? We're taking those bubbles out. I'm going to have to do it to both sides. Now, I'm not what you would call a video expert, so chances are this is going to come out in more than one video to get all of the information to you. I'll set that on there. I've got my boina. Again, see how it turns nice and dark? Working that down into any scratches that are there. It should be nice and flat because I did take it to my disc sander. But we want to make a nice solid bond. Put that on there. Give it just a little bit of, try to work that out. And then I bought these great clamps. These are great clamps. If you want to glue something together that has an odd shape, these are the perfect tool for that. I'm going to unwind this one, bring that back quite a ways. More. So I've just taken my bite onto the Claro walnut. Now what I want to do, hopefully, I may have to cut a wedge for that. Hear how noisy that was? It's pretty loud. So the trick is to keep these lined up as best as possible. They always want to slip off of that. It did not work out the way that I wanted it to. Sometimes happens. Slip that buffalo horn back out a little bit. Maybe just not quite as much pressure. Oh, that was a mistake. Kind of fumbling around here a little bit. So I've got this in the clamp and you can see the pieces glued together. After they dry, I'll cut it lengthwise and I'll make my scales. I'll sand them flat and then I can put them on this, and I'll pre-shape my handle before I put the blade on. So basically the handle is going to be 100% done. It'll be polished, sanded, polished, shaped, 100% done, and fit to the blade before I put the blade in. So I hope that that helps somebody. Have a good day, and I will see you soon.